Hey y'all, and welcome back. Today we're going to be extending our conversation about the coordinate plane, and we're going to be talking about how to graph a table onto the coordinate plane. What happens if I have more than just one set of ordered pairs? We know from before that on our coordinate plane we have our x-axis and our y-axis, and when we got a normal number, like we had the ordered pair 1, 5, we said the first thing I need to do is I need to come over 1. I start at the origin, then I come over 1. Next thing I need to do is I need to go up 5, because this 5 is my y coordinate, so I'm going to go up 5. And we said this is how we plot that point. But sometimes it doesn't give it to you in the form of ordered pairs. Sometimes they'll try to give it to you in the form of a table. It's actually really simple. So I'm going to make some numbers up here for our table, and then we'll see how we plot them in. So my input might be 2, and my output might be 1. My input might be 6, and my output might be 3. My input might be 4, and my output might be 2. I just made up some random numbers up there, so that way we can see what's happening. In order to change these into ordered pairs, all we have to do is we have to look at them as a set. 2, 1 is 2, 1. So I can plot that the same way as I have been. I start at the origin, I come over 2, and I go up 1. I'm going to do the same thing with 6, 3. I put in a 6, and I got out a 3. So that's the ordered pair, 6, 3. So I'm going to start at the origin, then come over 6 on my x-axis, then come up 3 on the y-axis, and there's that point there. Then let's try it with the next one. 4, 2. All I do is I say this is the same thing as 4, 2. My input and then my output. I start at the origin, I come over 4, and I go up 2. Does anybody notice something that's happening there? Pause the video and see if you can figure out something interesting that's happening on our graph. All right, I hope you noticed that if I look at my dots, I could kind of draw a line through there. That's because this table happens to follow a rule. The rule for this table is my input divided by 2 gives us our output. So if it follows the same rule for every single one of them, then I can draw a straight line through. Now I've drawn a straight line through. This can sometimes help me if a problem asks me what's the next set of my input-output table. I can see that there might be a dot right here, there might be a dot right here. Those are places where I might put dots. All right, let's see what happens if instead of giving us the table and asking us to plot, what if they give us the coordinate plane, they give us some dots, and they ask us to put it into the table. So I'm going to try, let's go with 2, 1. Let's go with 3, 2. Let's go with 4, 3. Let's go with 5, 4. What if they give us these dots and they ask us to start figuring out what should go into our input-output table? Well, this dot right here, I got by coming from the origin, over 2, and up 1. So I'm going to say I went over 2 and up 1. For my next one, I came over 3, and I went up 2. 3, 2. For my next one, I came over 4, and I went up 3. 4, 3. And if they wanted more than that, I could keep on adding on to my table and just add new boxes. But we don't have to worry about that for now. What I'd like you to do is I'm going to plot some points on there. I'd like you to figure out what those points are. So I'm going to plot the points, and you tell me what those points are. You'll notice that this time I didn't make them follow a line. That's because they're not going to follow a rule. This time I just want you to tell me what happened or where they go. All right, pause the video and find my input and outputs for each of those dots. When you're finished, come on back. All right, so for this first dot, I started at the origin, then I came over 2, and I went up 5. Its ordered pair is 2, 5. So in order to write that into my input-output table, I say I put in a 2, and I got out a 5. Let's try our next one. On this one here, I said I came over 4, and I went up 7, so its ordered pair is 4, 7. Its input would be 4, and its output would be 7. On our last dot over here, I said I came over to 8, and then I went up to 8, so its input-output would be 8, 8. All right, I hope this helped, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye.